As we all know, Daniel Ricciardo is heading back to Red Bull in 2023 to take up a reserve role in an attempt to rediscover his fire for Formula 1, with the goal of being back to a top racing team in 2024. However, a recent interview with Ricciardo dug deep into his history with Red Bull and a decision that he may have come to regret, all to be revealed in today's video, so sit back, chill out, and be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for regular Formula 1 content. Ricciardo secured his seat at Red Bull in 2014, where he had the most success in his career to date with 3 pole position starts and 7 victories during his stay at the Milton Keynes team. However, by the time 2018 was up, so was Daniel Ricciardo with Red Bull, with a deal that none of us saw coming. His teammate and current Red Bull driver Max Verstappen signed a lengthy contract extension, and Ricciardo opted to join Renault Formula 1 team, better known as Alpine today. Ricciardo stayed at Renault for 2 years, where he secured a handful of podiums before turning his attention to McLaren, in a deal which would see him team up with McLaren driver Lando Norris. It was during his time at McLaren that Ricciardo claimed his first and only victory at Monza in 2021, his first victory since departing Red Bull, where he had his last victory in 2018 at the Monaco Grand Prix. This was the only victory that McLaren would see in 2021, and they still have not seen a victory since. This also proved to be the highlight of Daniel Ricciardo's career. Ricciardo really struggled to get to grips with both of the cars, and just after the summer break it was announced that Ricciardo would be parting ways with McLaren at the end of the 2022 season, 1 year before his contract was up for renewal. During an interview from Beyond the Grid, Daniel was asked if he ever thought about what might have been if he chose to stay at Red Bull, given the fact that Verstappen has won 2 championships with the team and has secured 30 wins since he left, and Ricciardo was quoted as saying, "I don't look at it like that, because nothing is sure. If I stay there the last 4 years, could I say that I would have had more podiums than I've had? What have I had? Maybe 3 or something? Yeah, I'm confident to say that I would have had more podiums than I've had. But you just don't know. Obviously at the time, I felt like it was right for me. I felt like I needed a change, and I needed to kind of just remove myself a bit. If I continued with Red Bull, would that urge have grown? Would I have become, let's say, more curious or less happy? Or whatever. It's not a sure thing that it would have been great if I stayed. I don't look back and say, man, I shouldn't have left. But of course, I can be honest with myself and say, yeah, I took a little bit of a gamble on myself." When Daniel parted ways with McLaren at the end of the 2022 season, he knew that he did not want to rush back into a seat just for the sake of racing. He didn't want to race for a team lower down the grid, and it was for this reason that he did not really enter any kind of talks with Haas or Williams, even though rumours circulated that these were viable options for him on the table at the time. Ricciardo stated that he wants to keep a foot in Formula 1, while still getting a break from the sport to decide if he still truly wants to be on the grid in the future, and that's why his new role at Red Bull is perfect for him. He knows many of the Red Bull staff and gets on with the team well. His role will involve being at some but not all of the races in the 24 race season, and he will mostly be putting in hours on simulators, doing show runs, and potentially some time in the car for running Pirelli tyre tests. So if after this year he finds his fire for Formula 1 again, he's definitely in the right place to be, and if there is not a seat within Red Bull, who is to say that there won't be a seat available within AlphaTauri? It will be exciting to see what this year holds for Ricciardo, and whether or not we will see him again full-time on the grid in 2024. But that's the video for me today, guys. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's content, and until the next time, bye bye.